Welcome to Dale Elliott TV, where the voice is real and the reason is raw. I am your host, Dale Elliott. Today we are going to talk about a couple things, Just make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm just going to get right into it. So today we are going to talk about how are we approaching 2024. But before you approach 2024, we would implore anybody to sit down and see what they did in 2023. And when I say that, I mean sit down, get a book, write down everything that you did in 2023. Write down what you think you should have done better, and write down what you hope to accomplish in 2024. How I did 2023, I did just write down a bunch of stuff on my notes and things that I needed to tick off my list in order to get better. For me, 2023 was a good year. 2023 was a good step up year for me because 2023 I approached it with no fear. And I kept on pushing more and more, trying to break barriers, trying to prove to myself that I can excel in anything that I put my mind to. And for the first time in my life, I started to realize something. And I just have to share this with you guys. See, in life, we live in our mind too much. And the mind is the biggest destroyer of all dreams. And the reason why I say that is because once negativity gets to here, it's like a poison. And when I say that, I mean, you might want to do something and in your mind, you are already seeing how people are going to react to it. And you don't necessarily know someone's reaction. That is just your subconscious. That is basically your insecurities at the front of your thoughts. And I realized that that can be detrimental to your goals and to your dreams. You never know how somebody is going to react to what you are doing until they let you know that reaction. So I realized that this year I was sitting in my thoughts a lot, thinking about, the possibility of failure, how other people going to perceive me moving forward. And the moment I conquered that is when I started to excel. So if you are out there right now and you are thinking about starting something for 2024, I think you should start from your mind first. Convince yourself first. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the work. And the step after conquering your thoughts is actively putting in the work. And I realized that a lot of people will complain about where they are in life, the situations that they're going through, and they don't realize that is because they aren't actively trying to change that. And some of the times you're going to have to learn that the hard way. Putting one step forward is better than standing in the same place. So staying home, procrastinating doesn't necessarily help. Do it the best that you can do it. Start off as awful, as terrible as possible, but let it be the best that you can do. Let everybody else say, hey. Let people design the room for you. Let advice help. Try to change certain things about you, but you have to develop a structure for 2024. Going into next year, please do not go into next year with no plan. Because saying that I want a house and a car and whatever, that is not a plan. That is a goal. And I think a lot of people are in a certain point of their life right now because they don't necessarily plan how to get to what they want. And they don't realize that getting to what you want is always hard work. And I don't mean work for 2 seconds and go again. For what I realize, I have never seen a rich person that doesn't work. So when you are sitting and doing nothing, you are not helping your cause. You are not achieving your full potential. If you realize the radio operator is at work every day, the basketball player plays basketball every day, the runner runs every day. So whatever you want to do, if you're not doing that actively every day, you are not going to prosper in it. And when I say every day, I don't mean no rest, because all work and no play make a dull boy or whatever them call it. But you need to actively pursue your dreams vigorously and develop a tunnel vision to that. And I will forever preach this. Your environment, as long as your environment doesn't change, your mindset won't. Because it is what you're seeing will be what you're inviting into your life. So change that environment that you are in. For 2023, I realized that I was getting lonelier and lonelier because I was not seeing eye to eye with a lot of people. And it is not their fault. It is not my fault. It is just, we're just mutually going into 2 different directions. Because when you move to somewhere, your ceiling is that place. And until you try to break out of that barrier, you're going to remain there. So you cannot be trying to excel in a certain environment where nobody cares about excelling. So going into 2024, I implore everybody to sit down and look at the friends that they have. Look at the friends in the respective fields that they have. You see how they are excelling in that field, or if they're excelling at all. And then you can push forward. But work. So being in certain environments doesn't guarantee success, but work. The work guarantees success. I have to fight procrastination every day as much as people would think that I am always going. And no, I fight with procrastination on a day-to-day basis. But I still try to get a rhythm, get used to working. And do not be afraid to show people your work. Develop a resume. For 2023, I can proudly say I never did YouTube as much as I should, because I focused on stand-up comedy. Now, I love stand-up comedy. I love teaching people. I love what I'm doing on YouTube. I love when I am making a positive change. I love letting people feel nostalgic. But in order for me to do stand-up comedy efficiently, I had to surround myself with people that I feel like want the same things as me. So for 2023, I visited a lot of comedy clubs just to, sit, watch. I watched a lot of stand-up comedy. I realized that how my comedy will be perceived by others is through my experiences. I had to go ahead and learn that on my own. But I had to bet on myself. And a lot of people are scared to bet on themselves. So if you never bet on yourself in 2023, you have to bet on yourself in 2024. This is another year we're not getting younger. If you were born in 2000, you're 24. That's crazy. I will be 28 years old in 2024. And a lot of my goals remain the same, but a lot of my goals have also changed. And the reason why I say that is because never let somebody say to you that, you will never change, or don't look at change as a bad thing. Changing means you're growing up. Changing is maturity. So I can say my level of maturity from 2022 to 2023 was different because I was more serious about my purpose. I spoke about purpose in an episode earlier. And when you realize that specific purpose that you want, it makes everything else easier moving forward. So going into 2024, if you don't need to go out. So normally people like to find somewhere to ring in the new year with some celebration. But if you can find a core group of 10 persons and you guys sit down and for like 2 hours and say, this is the plan for 2024. And if you can't find a group of people to do that with, do it by yourself and then actively start getting yourself into these rooms that you want to be present in. Because trust me, it really helps. You put yourself in the environment you want to thrive in. And that changes a lot. That changes a lot in somebody. Because now you are going to be forced to conform and to fit in that said environment. So don't expect for nothing to change if you don't change. Habits. Going into 2024, there's habits that need to fix. And it's easy to say, but everybody suffers from some addiction. There are years when I was addicted to gambling. There are years when I was addicted to infidelity. There's different things with people on a yearly basis that you try to get over as you get older. But please do not remain stagnant, because we're going into another year. And that is unbelievable. 2023 feel like it just started to me, and it's basically finished. And when I look back and see the stuff that I had done, I am proud of myself. Some of the times we don't give ourselves some time to sit back and realize what we have managed to accomplish throughout the year. So that should also be something that we bring into 2024. You should acknowledge all of your accomplishments, but don't sit on them. Don't get comfortable where you are, because that's not necessarily where you want to be. Things are getting much different now for millennials, where property is not that easy to purchase. It is not that easy to travel. It is just harder for people that is born from like the 90s onwards, just to own anything, just to do anything. So just to be proud of anything that you did in 2023. Because going into 2024, a lot of things are going to change. And if a lot of things don't change, your situation will remain the same. I have to do better in 2024. I have to be a better person. I have to be a better comedian. I hope to do more philanthropic work. I hope to inspire more people. I hope to be the biggest stand-up comedian that has ever come out of the Caribbean. And that is a goal of mine. No, that is just a goal. Anybody can say that. No, what am I going to do to get there? And that is what I am trying to instill into you guys' minds, that saying you're going to do something is a start. But actively getting there, that is where the work comes into play. Because it is not easy. And what I realized with a lot of people, and I had to break out of this, was that I realized opportunities don't come to people that don't go to it. And when I say that, I mean, no matter what you aspire to be, you cannot be there from your home not doing anything. And when I say that, I mean, the opportunity will not necessarily come to your foot. It is the moves you make during that time period that brings the opportunity closer to you. For instance, I couldn't say I want to be a stand-up comedian from my house, not doing stand-up comedy. I had to go out there, try, maybe fail, get better, and push it to people in order to see it. I made a step closer and closer to what I wanted to achieve. And that is how opportunities come. Cannot be a DJ and never write a song and don't make anybody listen to it. Because how is that beneficial to you? So 2024, just believe me, man, the planning and the writing down, I never used to believe that. People always used to tell me, yes, we're going to do a vision board each year and try to see how better we're going to do each year. That never registered to me, but I realize how powerful that is now because I have tried it. And the blueprint to success is right in front of us because we see people that are successful every day. But what you will always see, somebody who's successful is always working. Is always working. The doctor goes to work every day. The lawyer goes to work every day. The musician makes music every day. A track and field athlete trains every day. So don't expect to be anything without trying to do it every day. There's a lot that takes place behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know or a lot of people don't see. But hard work is present within any successful field. I have never seen a millionaire or a billionaire who is not working. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, this person have this millions of dollars. Why is he still, That is the mentality you have to have if you want to be successful. It has to now become a part of you. It has to be innate. But it is something that if you have it, or even if you don't have it, you can get it. But you have to be willing to work for it. No matter how small that is. Try to find income. How can I find income in the field that I love? I don't know. Do some things for free. Be interns. Try to get into the rooms that you need to get into. No, you don't necessarily have to be sociable because contrary to popular beliefs, anybody that has met me in person, I am not the most animated in rooms that I don't know anybody. I like to be alone. I love my own company. But if I am in an environment where I see thriving and successful people, I feed from that. I learn. There's a lot to learn in this world when you go out there and not be afraid of things. So just eliminate fear for 2024. Because the fear that you are feeling is only in your mind. You cannot know how people is going to react to something unless you've given them something to react to. So eliminate that. Get out there and just do it. Cut back spending on some things that are deemed unnecessary. Or spend that money that you've been sitting on that has been doing nothing. Because the biggest misconception in this world is when people tell you to save. Save for what? Create something to save towards. If you're going to save some money, say, okay, this saving is for X, this saving is for X. But investing, I think investing in what you want is more important than saving. Because it's the investment is what is going to allow you to now save. Bet on yourself. In 2023, for the month of August, my credit card was $21,000. I never know how the hell me I go pay it back. But I bet on myself. I bet on myself. I said, I'm going to try these shows. See how it go. Oh, that never work. Get better. Push. Show people this. Expand. Even if it don't work, do it again. So don't feel like, don't afraid for spend money. For 2024, spend some money, brethren. Spend some money per where you believe in. If you believe that will work, spend some money. If you believe you want to lose weight, go to the most expensive gym. Some people not go fight me for that, but go to the most expensive gym, because the most expensive gym is what going to give you the most discipline. The most expensive gym is what going to make you realize that everybody in this gym is a positive person. Because the thing is, anybody in a super expensive gym is disciplined, is consistent, and can afford to be there. So, if you can go to the most expensive gym and you lock yourself into that bracket of people, no, you never know, one day you're doing some push-up or some pull-ups, or you're doing like a set and somebody just chime in and say, hey, how much you have left? What's going on? And that is how you develop relationships in these places. And also being there, when you see that bill per month, you are not going to stop going. That's the only way you are going to see the difference in your body. But if you're doing something and you try to find the cheapest route to get there, nothing will come from that. Because you are going to put yourself in a situation now where it's a bill and you can afford it. So if you feel lazy, you might not go. But let that be let that be the most expensive gym. You will never stop going. And you're going to want to use all the resources that gym gives to you, because now you are in a situation where this is a liability. Like, you need to get this. And at the end of the day, you cannot put a price on your health. Because once you start to look better, you are going to feel more confident enough to start putting yourself in these rooms, going out there. So for 2024, do not approach 2024 like you're saving for Armageddon. Save for a purpose. Invest in yourself. Whether that be physical investment, mental investment, try to change certain habits going into 2024. Because that is the only purpose of living. Purpose of living. We as humans, we elevate, we try adapt, we try to do better. So you cannot go into 2024 not wanting to one-up the following year. So the money where you save, or the money where you did think about to save, try to get closer to that in terms of investing. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. Even if nobody don't believe in you. Believe in yourself. If you have a partner, start to plan with the partner. See what differences that make. But you have to approach the year in a different way that you did before. Because everybody does it. That was the biggest shock to me when I realized that everybody who's a millionaire and a billionaire works. all the time, no day off, and they are the most consistent people in what you do. So I am going to try to be consistent, to work hard, to get myself into these rooms for 2024, because that I realize is the formula for success. The formula for success is not to just save. Somebody have to bet on themselves. Somebody have to be the delusional one. I am fully delusional. Fully. Because who am I to just jump up and say, oh, I am going to have 15 comedy shows for the year, and then I'm going to release a special. That takes a lot of confidence, because I know Jamaicans. If it not good, you will never hear the end of it. So me, the Daffy, be confident in myself to put that out. For put that out to people, for people see it. And if you don't watch it yet, please go watch it. You know, the Problem Child special is out. Go and take it in. So my approach has changed. And just look into perspective. A lot of people would think that or see that I am doing well. That's relative. The space that I am in, I am struggling in my own world, in my own hemisphere. What I am doing, I want to do a lot more. I am confused. I am trying to get this done and that done, and but this is my problem. Everybody have their own problem. But it's just how we face the problems that we have on a day-to-day basis. That is very important. So going into 2024, try to develop a team. And when I say develop a team, I'm not talking about who is going to be the leader of this team and try to change. No, try to develop a team, because I personally realize that anything that you are doing, you have to have the intention of scaling up. Because if you do not scale up, you won't expand. And if you don't expand, your income won't expand. Because after a period of time, people are going to notice that you are not trying to, to expand. If you don't expand, your income won't expand. So that don't make any sense. Try your best to elevate. So please do not, if you're in a store, aspire for a bigger store. Or focus on quality. Quality is very important. Quality is not right away. Quality is not overnight. So from the get-go should be just get something out there. Produce. Whatever it is, selling beverage, whatever I am trying to do, try to flood the market with it. And then try to differentiate yourself from whatever is in that said market. And now that is where quality is concerned. Quality, branding, very important. Morals, goals. For 2024, think about yourself as a brand. Don't think about the person. Think about the brand. Think about what is aligned with the brand. Be able to say no if something does not align with your brand. Do not be financially driven all the time. Now, there are situations where you need to make a certain amount of money and blah, blah, blah. But prioritize branding, your morals, what you want for yourself. Think about the long run. Because a lot of people are short term. Yes, you're saying, oh yeah, I want to buy a house and this and that. That's a long-term goal. There are steps to get to there. So whatever phase you're in for 2023, going into 2024 should be an upgrade from that phase. So if you are saving, my advice to you, you want to buy a house, And I can tell you 90% of the time this is going to work. Just start look per house. Look at houses every day. Just let when you go on here, just watch Google houses, watch different type of houses, just and start going on house visits. Just go to open houses. Contact a realtor. Hey, how do I get to how much money I need for this? And then that is how you start the train. That is how the universe start putting what you want around you. And I realized this when I was younger. And anybody here who's listening, remember when you wanted a car? Driving on the road, you are going to start seeing that said car over and over again until you get it. You're not going to notice it anymore because you're now in the car. And that is how anything in life is. The moment you start putting it out there, releasing that from your mind that, hey, this is what I want for myself, you're going to start seeing it every day until you start getting closer to it and then owning what you want. So stagnant is not going into 2024. Procrastination is not going into 2024. There's a lot of changes to be made moving forward for me, for anybody. But some things in 2023 we done well. We need to maintain that. But moving forward, there are things that we need to get out. There are habits that we need to change. There are thoughts that we need to get out of our minds. And even if the thought is there, do not be scared of failure. Fail. Because the thing is, when you fail, you will know what to do next. I have failed before. There's a lot of things I fail in, but it's not failure, it's a lesson. I'm learning. I know what to do now. And even if I don't know what to do, I ask. I ask what to do. And you know why I'm able to ask what to do? Because I try to be around people that have that same goal, that same drive, that same passion for what I am doing. I get around those people. So for 2024, get up out of your couch. Come out of your bed. Stop watch people. Focus on you. Exercise. Develop a consistency in whichever craft you have. You make the change. Nobody now go give you nothing. There is nothing nobody go give you except for headache. So you need to come up with whatever plan, whatever strategy you have. New Year's Eve, write it down and say, yo, moving into 2024, some of them things I'm not going to do no more. And you can't be the same person that you was. Change. Change is not a bad thing. Change is important. Investing in yourself is important. Not being afraid is important. Being delusional is important. Get out of your mind. Your mind is what is blocking you from really moving forward. Because in your mind you have already failed because you are seeing how people is going to react to you, and that is not how it works. Be able to take risk. Take the risk. Whether it be in investing, whether it be trying to be friendly for the first time in your life, go talk to somebody. Take on an expense that maybe you cannot afford it. But if you can afford the first month, you have 30 days to figure it out. And that is my approach in life. And that is how I have managed to keep on elevating myself. Is because I am taking on challenges that people doesn't necessarily want to do. I am putting in the work that people don't want to do. But it's the formula for success. Now, a lot of people get successful other ways because remember, there's also luck in it. But if you are not actively doing anything, nothing will come of it. So please do not feel like nothing is going to come to you. Because a lot of times when a lot of things not happening for people is because they are lazy. Point blank. Some people lazy. Some people lazy, expects that people are going to give them something, expects that people owe them something, and that stop them from move forward with themselves because them lazy. Because you in a situation and you're their own people, and you might start feel envious because nothing happened for you. The reason why nothing not happening for you is because you have been dealt the same cards as the other person, but the other person is actively working, and you see that what they're doing is changing their reality, is helping them. But because you are lazy, your reality is not changing. Nothing is changing. So what you have to do more than hate on somebody else? Oh, maybe it's because of this thing, or oh, it's that person, or no, it's because you are lazy. Some people lazy. That's the problem. If you're big and fat because you're lazy. Me nah hold back. If you're big and fat because you're lazy. If you're broke, yes, there are situations where keep you in a certain situation, you know, there is situations where keep you poor or whatever, but are you trying to change it? That is what I am getting to. A lot of people have complaints and not solutions. How do you try to change it? Because a lot of people are not trying to change it. Them just have opinions and have thoughts, and somebody are gonna say, oh, him can't say everything, you know, cause black. You're lazy. You're lazy. And you will watch other people. Don't watch people. And when I say that, I mean, yes, watch TV, you know, see what is going on with blah, 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 but think about it in a positive light. Don't be envious of somebody because they're doing this and you're not doing anything, because them cannot take your hand and your foot and go do it for you. So laziness in a 2024, that can't work. And if you have a lazy friend, cut him off. Because it's not go beneficial to you. It might go only hold you down. Because a lazy man will not want to see another man strive. Some people just want sit down and get none out of life, you know. And that is fine. But if you want something out of life, you can't just sit down with them and expect to get something. And if the moment you start get something, you and them are going to fall out. And there's nothing you can do about that. If you realize, anytime when you are with somebody or you see a falling out, once the falling out takes place, is the one person that is making the money and the other person that isn't. The person that isn't is always falling out. The person, if you're on the road and two person meet up, and them end up in a fight, I promise you, chances are the person that start the fight don't have no money, going through something, because it's your subconscious. So always look into that. So if you follow with anybody for 2023, look at the position that they are in and figure and see that, okay then, why do you think this happened? Maybe they're in a better position and you are still in the same position, and it's just a little piece of envy sipping in your mind. So you have to erase that and go work and try to do it yourself and try to get your own thing, and don't watch another man or another woman. So we're going to get rid of envy for 2024. So if you're envious of nobody, you better leave that and move from that. Because some of the time I just lazy. The man where I buy the liquor never yet drunk. And him are the one where have the money for buy the liquor. The man where drunk can always want end up in a fight, he might try drink with something in him a cause that. So if you have a brethren where is an alcoholic, I promise you, your brethren where you have that is an alcoholic is not rich. He's not rich and nothing about him. So the reason why I'm a drink, something is bothering him. So whether people like it or not, the person where you fall out with in 2023, you did just to fall out with them. And if you feel like, say, them do you wrong, maybe they did. But also look at the situation that they're in and that you are in. Because if you are in a better situation than them, maybe that is why them fall out with you. And if them in a better situation than you, maybe that is why you fall out with them. And that was my 2 cents. So drop laziness. Stop procrastinate. Write down your goals them. Attack 2024. Invest in yourself. Stop being lazy. Do the work. Change your environment. Focus on your branding. And that is how we are going. And every money are money. Learn to say no. Be a man of your word. Because your word is your bond. Learn how to work with people. Be a team player. If you want to be a boss, learn how to take certain responsibilities of being a boss. Because I'm telling you from now, being a boss don't mean you make all of the money. Being a boss means you make less money. Because you can put on something and you have to pay somebody a set rate, regardless of where you make. So, not for people them where I say, oh, being a boss means you have to pay other people before you get paid. Everybody else get money before you. So always remember them thing there. 2024, different year, different person. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Me have a lot more coming for 2024. And if you haven't seen my comedy special yet, please go watch it. The voice was real and the reasoning was raw. I'm out.